So when I initially bought the Polygon, I was recovering from injury, and I had wanted a bigger, more stable bike, and a bigger, more stable bike I got in an extra large 29er. Over time, as I started to recover from the injury and sort of progress my riding back to where I was before the injury, I was getting a bit frustrated at the 29ers and the frame size itself. So I had listed it for sale. I didn't get a lot of traction for selling it. It's kind of hard to sell a new bike that you're still trying to recover costs from it. So after a while, I just kind of delisted it, embraced it, and decided to invest in it a little bit to change it and kind of take advantage of the benefits of having a bigger bike. Also, I recently slashed my front tire. That was the stock tire, Schwalbe, pretty thin and soft, so not surprising. Through the Maxxis DH on the front, feels great, but very hard to seat, tubeless, and it still kind of loses air over rise. I'm hoping that will resolve itself over time. It's kind of slow leaking on me for whatever reason. Might be that super hard casing not being perfectly seated somewhere on the rim. So I wrote up a very general upgrade path plan going into the future. The big one in the near future is going to be brakes. I need to do something about them. My riding, since I've recovered from my injury, has gotten to a point where the brakes aren't going to cut it. They're 4-pot front, 2-piston rear, resin pads, 180 mil. I'm about 200 pounds now. That is just not going to work long term. But for now, we're actually going to try to change the aesthetics a little bit. I did get some larger platform pedals, keep my feet locked in when I'm in a sketchy rock garden and things are just not going the way I want. I don't want to ride clips, but I do want to have a nice, large, firm, flat pedal to keep my 510s on. So although the value of Polygon is great, I can't say I'm a fan of the color and aesthetics. It looks like somebody who really wanted a Trek but couldn't afford a Trek, and that's not the kind of person I am. I was thinking about getting one of those protective wraps, like a ride wrap, but something I noticed is they all seem to be a transparent film with like little designs on it. The intention is actually to keep your bike the way it is and show its original color. That's the opposite of what I want, and also I'm not too concerned about protecting a cheap alloy frame. It's fine, I'm just going to let it get beat up. So we got some cheap stickers from Amazon, and we're just gonna sticker bomb the color away from it. Of course, I just got back from a ride, rinsed it with water, put a little soap in the middle of the frame, not so much on the edges. You want to avoid getting soap anywhere near your brake pads. Hand dried it with the towel, then let it dry outside for a little bit. Hopefully these cheap crappy stickers will be okay with that. Of course, this is not something I would necessarily recommend, but if you are going to do something like this, which is kind of fun, sticker bomb your bike, nothing can really go wrong. You can rip them all off, use some Goo Gone, it's just back to new. Obviously, it's not going to protect your frame, but make sure you get nice plastic-based stickers, not paper ones. That'll be much easier to get off your bike if you need to like resell it or whatever. And of course, mountain bike frames have a lot of weird angles on them, so if you are going to get a pack of stickers to try to do this, try to find one that has a ton of different shapes, so you can easily fit them in. Otherwise, if it's more just like patterns, you don't care about messing up the stickers, just take scissors to it, cut them to a shape that you want, so it's easier to fill. Again, another nice shaped sticker to fill some edges in. Now we're getting to the hard part. Got all the easy bits covered, the majority at the top of the tube. Now want you to find ways to just cut little pieces out of each sticker and fill in the cracks. If you can't do it thematically, just start hucking anything on there. Alright, I think we're just about at the point where people would say that the bike is ruined. That means I did my job. That's the look I was going for. For now, I'm gonna leave the big polygon on the bottom. That's whatever. I don't think I'll change that. If anything, I will put a large piece of black protective tape there, since that's an area that actually maybe is good to protect. But for the color that I didn't like on the top tube, it's mostly gone. I might do little details and cleanups wherever I want in the future. But for now, this looks a little better to me. It fits my personality a bit more. And might be nice to look at in the videos on the GoPro.